All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Wakim out there who pushing his word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believing on the gospel. And it's the brother Quara Abad from the GMS Houston camp. And I want to go into another lesson. As you see from the title, it says this is not a regular movement, you know, in which you got a lot of movements. You've been having so-called, movements or causes in groups, whether you say Black Panthers, um, they got the 100 black men, you see, or even if it ain't as far as a movement, you know, fighting for injustice or something, you have, these different guy groups or whatever, men who like to hang around each other, to drink, to just to eat, just to kick it, right? Just to have friends, like fraternities and frats, so on and so forth, just to be around men, just to have people to be around. Well, yeah, we in this truth, we around brothers, we got things in common. Yeah, we drink, yeah, brothers eat, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, what's the main point of this ministry, man? We ain't coming here just to have, friends, just to kick it with brothers. And you see, the main point is to prepare souls, man. Prepare souls for the coming of Yahweh Shai. Now, I'm going to say this is nothing we doing as far as the preparing, because it's all the word being pushed out. It's the word being pushed out, so on and so forth. But we have been given leaders, teachers, apostles, elders to keep us on the right path, man. We got the scriptures to make sure, ourselves on the right path. You know, the scriptures also says that the Lord have given us pastors according to his heart who gonna feed us with these things, knowledge and understanding. Well, the point is, again, going into it, we not in this, we haven't been brought into this as we've been brought into a regular movement, man. You see? And matter of fact, what sparked my spirit to want to do this lesson anyway, because I'm out here in Dallas, and you know, yesterday, brothers was kicking it, and the elder bro, Yadakai, he was asking me, what brothers I was, was around, so on and so forth. He was like, shit, y'all just been kicking it, y'all just been having fun, or y'all been getting to work in, But of course, hey, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shah, we brothers been getting it in, But I was like, nah, we've been getting to work in. But it sparked my, spirit to want to do this, because look, we ain't just out here just to kick it. Like you have fraternities, they just kick it, you know other movements, they just here to kick it. Even in Israel, you got these other camps like ISUPK. I just seen they coming out with their Passover commercial, $200. But the main thing is, come out and have fun. Come out and kick it. That's what they push. Come out and enjoy the brew movement. But our focal point, being the Lord willing, we have been called. We want to be chosen. But as of right now, being the servants of the Lord, man. You see, the main thing for us as coming into this truth, the Lord ain't bring us in this thing just to have buddies and drink. Matter of fact, look, you don't think Yahweh Shai, let me get into the scriptures. You don't think Yahweh Shai, was sipping with the apostles at times, laughing, joking. But the thing is, that's not in the scriptures. I'm sure they had good times together. That's not in the scriptures. It's all about edification and building up. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. Let me get this in Hebrews 12. And it should be fairly quick. I'm going to read this in the NLT as well. But it's Hebrews chapter 12. Let's see. And I'm gonna start at verse. I'm gonna start at verse. I'm gonna start up. I'm gonna start at 14. Now, what Apostle Paul going into right here is, as we coming into the movement, how not to be. Because he about to say what we've been called to. This is not what everybody get an opportunity to be called to, man. Going into the point, this is not a regular movement. This is not a regular gathering. This is for something special. And Lord will aware that number. The Lord is calling back those spirits, those first spirits who was in the beginning, man. That's what we're a part of. You see? That's what we're a part of. And now I'm saying we came down in these different reincarnations. Right? We had to come out the world. Now coming into the truth, we've been prepared again to go back to that first estate, man. You see? But let's get this real quick. This is Hebrews 12 and 14 in the NLT. It says, work at living in peace with everyone and work at living a holy life. For those who are not holy will not see the Lord. It says, look after each other so that none of you fails to receive the grace of the Most High. And that's one thing we do. The Lord, yeah, we know we working out our own salvation with fear and trembling, but coming into this thing, we looking after each other, man. You know? And what's the main way? By looking after each other's souls. So continuing on, it says, watch out that no poisonous root of bitterness grows up to trouble you, corrupting many. And make sure that no one is immoral or godless like Esau. And again, it's Apostle Paul just giving examples on what not to be, what spirit to stay away from. Look, he even brought up Esau. Don't be like that. Don't be like Esau. You see? It says, who traded his birthright as the firstborn son for a single meal. Don't give up this truth for this world. We have been given a birthright, like Kanye West said. He sold his soul uh for the devil gave him a crappy deal. He sold his soul for a happy meal or something like that. So don't be like Esau. We've been given his birthright. We've been given his opportunity of salvation. Don't give it away from something that's not worth nothing in this world. So continuing on, it says, you know that after when he wanted his father's blessing, he was rejected. It was too late for repentance, even though he begged with bitter tears. Go back in the world, you try to come back, look, ain't no aid. The Lord might not let a man back in. But let's get to the point. So Apostle Paul going into, he says, you have not come to a physical mountain, to a place of flaming fire, darkness, gloom, and whirlwind, as the Israelites did at Mount Sinai. So he's like, look, we ain't come to a gathering as back then, when all Israel was at the mount. All Israel seen that. Look, you even had some, um, a, a multitude, couple, other nations within that, you know, until a certain time. But nevertheless, you had all Israel right there at the mount back then. All Israel was there. So he's saying, Apostle Paul saying, look, you ain't coming to just a regular gathering, man. Right? Where everybody could come to this. You see? Let's read it again. It says, you have not come to a physical mountain, to a place of flaming fire, darkness, gloom, and whirlwind, as the Israelites did at Mount Sinai. And remember, we're in the NLT. It says, for they heard an awesome trumpet blast and a voice so terrible damn, it's a lot. It says, be all in my face. It says, for they heard a awesome trumpet blast. Damn, man, watch out. It says, blast and a voice so terrible that they begged the Most High to stop speaking. They staggered back under God's commands. It says, if even an animal touches the mount, it must be stoned to death. Moses himself was so frightened at the sight that he said, I am terrified and trembling. Verse 22, he said, you have, it says, no, you have come to Mount Zion. So look, we ain't go to that gathering where everybody was able to be gathered back then at the mount. He says, no, you have come to Mount Zion, to the city of the living God, to the heavenly Jerusalem, and to the countless thousands of angels in a joyful gathering, man. And again, we fighting to be gathered back to be a part of those first spirits who was in the beginning. And it's gonna go on and say that it says, you have come to the assembly of God's firstborn children, those whose names are written in heaven. This ain't a regular movement. This ain't a regular movement, man. Men are being called out the world, coming into this thing, and being prepared for the coming of the Lord. And our job as teachers, because that's what the main thing I want to, go into this is, that's as far as the teachers aspect, the teaching aspect, because I want to get Ephesians the 4th chapter, because like a lot of Israelites think once you come into the truth, that's it, that's it. These Kwam Yashal and fringes and that's it, and Passover, you see. And a lot of people don't know I would say the seriousness of it, but we have been brought to this thing to know we preparing men's souls, man. That's our job. That's why we here in this earth. Our soul have been prepared by other men who've been laboring, and us coming into it, we continuing on. But let's read this again. This is Hebrews 12 and 22 in the NLT. It says, "No, you have come to Mount Zion, to the city of the living power." So it is not a regular gathering. It says, "The heavenly Jerusalem, and to countless thousands of angels in a joyful gathering. You have come to the assembly of God's children." The so like you have come to the assembly of God's firstborn children, whose names are written in heaven. You have come to the Most High Himself, who is the judge over all. You have come to the spirits of righteous ones in heaven, who have now been made perfect. Hold on, let me read this in the KJV. Let me read this in the KJV. I like how it got a ring to it in the KJV. Hold on. This is Hebrews 12 and 20. Let's see, 25, I believe. 22. All right, Hebrews 12 and 22 in the KJV says, "But ye are come unto Mount Zion, unto the city of the living God, the heavenly Jerusalem, and to an innumerable company of angels, to the general assembly and the church of the firstborn." That's what we have been made a part of, the church of the firstborn. This is the gathering we have been brought into, man. It says, "The church of the firstborn, which are written in heaven, and to the God, the judge of all, and to the spirits of just men made perfect." That it says the spirits of just men being made perfect. So again, we've been called out this world just like our forefathers. Abraham was called out Babylon. You know, we had many other forefathers called from their families to come unto this assembly, man, to be a part of this. This is the last generation of it. But we have been called out of that darkness, right? We heard from teachers who men been laboring. You see? Hey, what the scripture says, that engrafted word which is able to save our soul, it was ignited, right? The spirit that was in us was just ignited. Now we've been brought into this thing, repented, been shown the right way, and through this grace period, men are being made perfect, man, in the sight of the Lord, of course, but being made perfect, being justified. But that's what we have come unto, man. Let's read that again. It says, "To the general assembly and church of the firstborn, which are written in heaven, and to the God, and to God, the judge of all, and to the spirits of just men made perfect." So that's the gathering we're a part of. The Lord is calling us to be a part of the church of the firstborn, man. Now let me get Ephesians real quick. Because now seeing we in the truth, seeing we are teachers, the main thing about just gathering everybody, anybody and everybody. Like you got a lot of these camps, they just want numbers. We got the mindset of John the Baptist. Just like he told the Israelites back then, don't think y'all, just because y'all the seed of Abraham, y'all good. Just because y'all Israelites, y'all good. He said, "Bring therefore fruits meet for repentance." That's the ones we looking for, man. And again, it's not nothing we doing. It's all through this word being pushed out. That's what's going to do the gathering ultimately. That's what's going to get men to repent, so on and so forth. But it starts with the teachers pushing out the right message, giving the right example, right? Using the gift that the Lord gave us to make sure we are properly preparing people for the coming of the Lord. Did not Apostle Paul say that? Let's get that real quick. In 2 Corinthians 11. The 2 Corinthians 11, I'm going to get straight to the point in verse 2. Apostle Paul, he says, "For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy. For I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Yahushua." So look, he had love for the brothers, man. Love for the brothers. And he said, what? "I espouse you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Mashiach." So when Yahushua come, his elect could be prepared. And again, ultimately the word gonna do it, but seeing we have been called to do the work, we gotta, hey, like the brother said last night, the elder bro Yadakai, the first thing he said when I came into the crib is, "Shit, y'all, you been just having fun, or you been doing the work?" Right? The main point is the work. You see? The main point is the work. So this, again, it's not a regular gathering as such as we just kicking it and eating. And no, man, we have stuff to do. Remember Yahushua, when he came back in Matthew 22, when he gave that parable, when he came back, he asked the servants, what y'all been doing? He wanted to see what else you have been, what else you brought in. Did you bring anything in? And did you add on to what I gave you? Did you, help bring any believers in, and so on and so forth? He asked. That's in Matthew 25. He asked, and you had somebody who ain't do nothing with it, who ain't do nothing with his talent. You see, he just wanted to be in a regular gathering, just around people. You see, he ain't do nothing with it. So look, since we have been called for this, we have a job to do, to push this word, to bring in Yahweh Shai, bring that woman to him, man. Those who have been called from the beginning, as we read, the church of the firstborn. That's our job here on the earth right now, to push out this word, to push the Most High Yahweh name out there, to push Yahweh Shai name out there, right? To preach this gospel, and then preaching this gospel through the word is going to bring in the believers back to Yahweh Shai. The church of the firstborn will be brought back to the Lord, man. And then we go meet him in heaven. That ain't going to be our first time seeing him, you know? But let's read this in Ephesians 2, and I ended this Ephesians, not Ephesians chapter 2, I'm saying like Ephesians as well. But I ended. But Ephesians, the 4th chapter. Let's see. So this Ephesians 4, and I'm going to start at, matter of fact, I'm going to read this one in the NLT. And Shalom Tala Akim Akwat on the comment board too. Yahweh Shem Shai Brakatham. You know. But this Ephesians 4 in the NLT. Let me see where I'm gonna start at. I'm gonna start at 2. It says Ephesians 4 and 2, it says, always be humble and gentle. Be patient, and it's in the NLT. It says, be patient with each other, making allowance for each other's faults because of your love. It says, make every effort to keep yourselves united in the spirit, binding yourselves together with peace. And again, that's why the Lord gave us apostles, and as a spirit, we about to read that. But he gave us men to keep the order in the church, man. To give the example. You see? And even brothers around, to make sure each brother, stay in order, so to speak. To help each other out. If a brother need help, be there to help the brother. Need his, spirit built up, get it, but whatever it may be. But that's why we're around. We are a body at the end of the day. And it's gonna go into it though. It says, and it's gonna mention that again, the point we've been called, it ain't just to chill, man. We have work to do. Man, what's the scripture I'm thinking of? It is, I think it's in Matthew 9, how it says, how the labors are few. If a brother know where it's at, I know it says somehow the harvest is many, but the labors are few. It's work to do. Right? It ain't just gathering just to chill, man. But let me read this. This is Ephesians 4, and I'm gonna start at 3 again. It says, make every effort to keep yourselves united in the spirit, binding yourselves together with peace. For there is one body and one spirit, just as ye have been called to one glorious hope for the future, being called to that general assembly of the church of the firstborn. Read that again. It says, for there is one body and one spirit, just as you have been called to the one glorious hope for the future. There is one Lord, one faith, one baptism, and one God and Father, who is over all and in all and living through all. That's another thing. In this movement, that we got this, brotherhood that we have. Because you could look, let's use a fraternity. A fraternity. You could have different brothers, they say they love each other and all that, but one believe in Christianity. You see? Then you have another, he an atheist. But then you have another one. You see? They ain't all, you all got the same t-shirts on, y'all all do the same movements, but y'all belief ain't even the same. Y'all mind's not even the same. You see? We got the same mind, same belief. That's why this differs from any other thing that happened aforetime. Black Panthers. Yeah, you had Black Panthers. Yeah, they always for the same cause. But as far as some probably ain't believe in the Lord, who knows? right? Some, as far as the law, statutes, commandments, some probably was willing to keep them, some probably wasn't willing to keep them. The point is, we all in the same mindset, fighting for the same cause, man, the same purpose, you know, same purpose. Hey, shalom to the Akim. I see that. Okay, the brother BA and brother Benaiah, he put it up. I'm gonna read it in Luke 10, and I'm gonna read that for the brothers. Luke 10 and 2, it says, therefore said he unto them, the harvest truly is great, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest that he will send forth laborers into the harvest, man. And look, how he go send them forth? How can he send them forth without his word going out? That's what's gonna bring them in. So it need people to push the word out. Matthew 9 and 37, the brother Benaiah says, then saith he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. It's a lot of work that need to be done, and not a lot of people doing it. You see? Or should I say, it's not a lot of people doing it to catch the real fruit. You see? You having people doing it, they catching, they gathering, but it's not what Yahushua looking for. What Yahushua looking for? Remember in John 17, let me get it real quick. He looking for the elect. And that's who he told us to go out and get, the elect. And again, it's not, I gotta keep saying it because it's not nothing we doing. It's all the word. But it's vessels that need to push out the word, man. What I was about to get? Oh, John 17. Because Yahushua even told us as we go preach this word, our main focus should be, now he ain't say the elect, but once we read it in an indirect manner, he said the elect. This is John 17 and oh, it's 16. I think it's 16. Where is it at? Okay, here it is. Here it is. It's John 15. This John 15 and verse 16. It says, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. That's another thing. This, and I'm keep saying movement because I can't think of another word, you know? But this brotherhood, this group, anybody can't just apply just because you could pay money and get in. You know, pay a monthly fee, your fee, and get in. No, man, the Lord, you got to be chosen to get in and do this work. So he says, you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit. This is the point. And that your fruit should remain. Now, Yahushua said in Matthew 24, he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. So Yahushua indirectly telling us right here, I raised you up to go push this word. Go out and get my fruit. Go out and get fruit and make sure your fruit remain. In other words, the elect, those who go and do unto the end. The general assembly of the church of the firstborn, those who go be made perfect, those just men who go be made perfect, man. And so seeing us as teachers been called to this thing, we really, man, because it's not nothing we doing, but the Lord is allowing us to push out this word to bring in the elect. That's a big deal when you think about that, man. To help bring in the elect. You see, that come on, man. All right, but let me finish this. It says, you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, and that whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you, man. So we, like John the Baptist said again, he was looking for those who was going to remain, fruit meet for repentance, you know. So going back to Ephesians 4 and verse 5, seeing we've been called to this body, right? In the NLT, it says, there is one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father who is over all and in all and living through all. However, he has given each one of us a special gift. Is the reason why each and every brother got something to bring to the table, man. You see? And it's been given from the Lord. It says, however, he has given each one of us a special gift through the generosity of Yahushua. That is why the scriptures say, when he ascended to the heights, he led a crowd of captives and gave gifts to his people. It says, notice that it says he ascended. This clearly means that Yahushua also descended to our lower world. And the same one who descended is the one who ascended higher than all the heavens so that he might fill the entire universe with himself. Now it goes into it, verse 11. Now these are the gifts Mashiach gave to the church. And it start with first the apostles. You see, the apostles, man. Even let's use our apostles today. He gave them men gifts. We look, they ain't have just Google and Siri like we had it. Them men had to toil, man. You see, toil, put in work, like the apostle Gabar always going to a walk, miles, put in hours, man, overtime. In the libraries, reading books. You see, getting revelations. Like the Cornelius, breakdown that Cornelius was an Israelite. The MOTB. You see, so on and so forth. He gave gifts to men, opened men's minds to go out and teach the others, man. And also, you see the longevity of these men. So we have examples as well on what to do, how to move, certain decisions to make, the proper etiquette at camp. And also, what's the main thing? Prophecy, man. This testimony that we got, prophecy. So that was the first gift that the Lord sent down. It says, now these are the gifts Mashiach gave to the church: the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, and pastors and teachers. Their responsibility, this the point, this now we wrapping up the whole lesson. Seeing all these men been called to this gathering, apostles. Let's run through the list again. It says apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, and the pastors and teachers. Their responsibility is to equip God's people to do his work and build up the church, the body of Mashiach. That's why we here. We ain't here to just eat and drink and kick it and see who got the the best playlist. You see? Although, yes, we do that. And again, you don't think Yahushua laughed at times with his disciples? They sitting and sipping some yayan. You see? Brothers laughing and joking. Yeah, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they had good times. Of course they did. But what's in the scriptures though? The Bible ain't gotta tell us about when Yahushua told Peter a joke. Or when Peter asked Philip to answer the parable, he ain't know it or whatever, and they laughing. No, man, I'm sure they did that, but that we don't have to read that. The focal point of this was what? Edification, building up. That's why that's in the scriptures. So yes, we eat and drink, we do all that. But what we put on film, what we put out there for the people to see, edification. You see, to prepare the elect, the souls of the elect, man. You got other camps, they going to gun ranges out there. That's what they feeding them, right? Going to gun ranges, round tools with the Palestinians. You see, round tools. That's what they putting out there. But for us, it says our responsibility, as Lord willing, the real teachers of the Lord. It says, verse 11. Ephesians 4:11 NLT. Now these are the gifts Mashiach gave to the church: the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, and the pastors and teachers. Their responsibility, so the whole reason we here, their responsibility is to equip the Most High's people to do his work. So to come in and be a part of this, the labors are few. Our responsibility is to go out there and see, push this word so this word could bring in other people who want to do this work, man, who want to be a part of it. You see? And the next it says what? To do his work and build up the church so edification can go out. You see? Come on, man, to build up the church, build up men's souls. Again, we read earlier, Apostle Paul in 2 Corinthians 11:2. He loved the brother so much, he said, look, my job is to make sure you right, you perfect as a chaste virgin for Yahweh Shai is coming. The same thing for us. We been prepared by other men, and now we know how to, get ourselves prepared, as it says in 2 Esdras 14, prepare, our house, because now we know the right way. And us being in the truth, following the right way, now we could be examples to prepare the next man that's gonna come in. or the next believers. You see? Because we about to get out of here, so things about to happen quick. It's gonna be like the book of Acts. Once times get hard and miracles start to being shown, man, thousands go come in a day. 4,000, 5,000. Remember in Acts, a miracle was worked and 4,000, 5,000 to believe. Today we got the YouTube. When and look, we in a time when things go viral, right? Things go viral. So how many you think will come into a camp? Say if the apostles, right, in New York or whatever, and heal somebody on camera. That's another thing. The Lord got us going live. He got us going live, so they can't say it's CGI, CGI or AI. Man, an apostle might heal somebody, bring somebody back to life or something, and look, it's going all on World Star. Say Cheese gonna post it on Instagram. Then people gonna be believing, man. Gonna want to come in. So in a day, about 5,000 go come into the camp. Brothers gotta be ready, because you might be an officer of one right now. You just working with one brother, or officer of 5 or 10. Man, in the instant, you could be an officer of 50, 100. Come on, man. Remember, Peter and them told in the book of Acts, Peter and them got on the church because there was a lot of work that had to be done, a lot of people coming in, and they said, look, y'all we ain't got time to come out here and wait these tables, man. Because there was you know the Israelite, the women, weren't getting the same portion of food. So they was fussing. So the apostles was like, look, man, we ain't got time to come here and worry about how much who eating and who not eating. And what he did, he said, set up honest men who the Holy Spirit in, who good examples, so on and so forth. In other words, he set up officers, officers, just like Moses got the example from Jethro. He set up officers. But that's the same thing they did in Acts. And they set up Stephen, and I think it was like 7 other ones, or 7 total, and Stephen was included, either or, but the point is, it was work that needed to be done. And other men had to be set up to take care of things, man. So that's what we learning now. We learning all that. That's why we go through the situations we go through, the counsels we may have with brothers, right? So when the Lord bringing this multitude of people, we have been preparing to be leaders this whole time. That's what we talking about, man. We ain't here just cause, cause we want to be a part of something, man. The Lord have called us, not just so we could be Israelites and just say Judah all day. You see, say Judah all day, man. And all, not even that. Cause you got some people out there, when they found out they're Israelite, that's it. That's it. They're Israelite and that's it. And no, yeah, you find out you're Israelite. Now, hey, go out and find others. You see? Come on, man. So let's go back to this. Salaki for the long rant, but this is Ephesians 4 and I ended. I'm gonna start at 11 again, to go into our whole purpose and responsibility of being called into this thing, man. It says, verse 11, Ephesians 4 and 11 in the NLT. Now, these are the gifts Mashiach gave to the church: the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, and the pastors and teachers. Their responsibility, right? Their responsibility is to equip the Most High's people to do his work and build up the church, the body of Yahushua. And look, we should want to do this. Why not? Because look, the quicker believers come in, the quicker the destruction could happen, man. The quicker we could be in the kingdom. Shit, for a quick example, Revelation 7 says that once those 144,000 sealed, hey, let go of them winds. Let it happen. So yeah, we coming into this thing, and us just knowing we are Israelite ourselves in your household, that ain't where it stop at, man. Look, yeah, we work out our own salvation, but we helping bring back the nation, man. And it start with bringing back those ones who was with Yahushua in the beginning. It start with them, that first resurrection, man. It start with them. That's what we're a part of. The Lord giving us an opportunity. Think about that. The Lord is giving us an opportunity to bring back the spirits that was created in the beginning. Man, that's Man, come on, man, and we could be a part of that. All right. So the brother said, miracles coming, man. So Ephesians 4 and 11 again, it says, these are the gifts Mashiach gave to the church, the apostles, the prophets, evangelists, and the pastors and teachers. Their responsibility is to equip God's people to do his work and build up the church, the body of Yahushua. This will continue until we have come to such unity in our faith and knowledge of the Most High Son that he will be mature in the Lord, measuring up to the full and complete standard of Mashiach. You see, full and complete standard of Yahushua, man. You know, so it don't stop at us. Just like it said about Judith in the book of Judith, it was giving her a shout out, and it said, I forget what chapter. If brother probably know where it's at, but it was giving her a shout out. How it said the things that she did, it was not only for herself, but she gonna be blessed for stepping up for the whole nation, man. Oh, just like it also said about Eleazar, the elder man in the second Maccabees, the 6th chapter, the one who ain't want to eat pork. It said that once he died, that he left a good example to all generations of Israelites, man. At the end of second Maccabees, the 6th chapter. So we ain't fighting for ourselves. This for the nation. And look, even what we doing is gonna bring back the nation. Bring back the nation. Man, it's gonna benefit the whole world, man, at the end of the day. That's why I said in Wisdom of Solomon, I think it's 6, it says that the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, man. So going back to, and look, the Lord called us he could have called anybody. It said Israel is as the sands of the sea and stars of the sky. He could have called any Israelite out there to come be a part of this. And look, this is the thing too, why it's special even right now. We came in, we was called without seeing miracles. It's like we investing right now before it really hit. Right? Before it really hit, man. Because when people come in, they just come in as believers, but we got a chance to be that 144,000. Come on, man. That's a big deal right there, man. Even the believers who believe in them. That's the ones Yahushua said, what? Blessed are they, the ones who believe in without sin. Because you will have a lot of people, even some of our family members. That's why even now we got to be at times long suffering with some of them, because it may be that it's not up to them or written for them to believe right now. It's probably in one of your family members' story out there, your friends, whoever story out there, your parents, that it's written for them to see a miracle. Then they gonna believe, man. But the Lord called us to this thing without having to show us miracles. Yahushua said, blessed are those who have not seen and yet believe. Come on, man. Many other people the Lord could have called. But it says, this will continue until we all come to such unity, Hebrews 12 and 13 NLT, in our faith and knowledge of the Most High Son, that we will be mature in the Lord, measuring up to the full and complete standard of Yahushua. Because what's the end goal? What's the end goal, man? That come on, man, what's the end goal? You get in any other group or organization, I guess that's a better word, or more professional word for movement. Organization. I might have to change it. You get in any organization in this world, people not really focus on changing the next man for the better. You see? Changing their lives or whatever it may be. We in this thing because we want each brother or even sister who come into this thing, and ourselves as well, to grow to measure up to the stature of Yahushua. We trying to make sure we bringing in the ones who want to be like Yahushua, man. And the point is, we ain't gonna measure up to that or meet that until he come. So until he come, it's always room for growth. It's always room to teach, to build. You see, to edify and get edified. It ain't gonna stop. You know, it ain't gonna stop. We ain't just been called to any old thing, man. You know. So it says, verse 14, then we will no longer be immature like children. We won't be tossed and blown about by every wind of new teaching. And what Great Millstone known for? Let's say the apostles, because that's another thing, man. Even the scriptures, it mentioned like in Revelation 18, Yahushua, when not Yahushua, it says when America go get destroyed, the Lord said, I will avenge her. I have finally avenged her for the apostles and prophets. And when you just think, in the whole world right now, who are the only men or group of men known as the apostles? Because you got men out there call themselves apostles, like a apostle Geno Jennings, but it's not a group of them known as the apostles. But just think about it, right? Not even being biased to our camp, but it's only a specific group, certain men on earth right now, calling themselves or not calling themselves, are known as the apostles, and their followers, which is us, are known to prophesy. And well, Chief Ephraim said it. All they do is prophesy. So the point is, we have apostles and prophets somewhere in the earth right now. And it line up with the scriptures that said at the end of the world, apostles and prophets was going to be used. Let me get that real quick. The third temple, right, is in Ephesians. I'm going to read this in the KJV. Just showing what we are part of, man. Think about that. We are part of those men who are being called the apostles, and they followers, and camp is known to prophesy, man. Not a coincidence. You see? Just like I be thinking, like, how they couldn't see Yahushua was the Lord, even his name, Yahushua. How didn't you feel me? Like, it's like, bro, the Lord just be showing. It's like, how they, but now it's like how people don't see it. You have men, the apostles and prophets, and they always push prophecy. The main thing is the doctrine. That's what is going into Ephesians, the 4th chapter. Men have been given to push out this message so we don't be swayed to nothing else. Rooted and grounded in this one belief. And like Apostle Paul said, prepared as a bride for that husband, man. You see? We are being prepared for Yahushua, like it said in Revelation 14. How it was no guile in them. These are virgins. Right. Prepare for Yahushua only. That's what we've been a part of, man. Being prepared ourselves and help preparing others, the elect, to get beamed up in UFOs, man. So come on, man. That's a great calling. That's a great calling. Let me read this real quick in Ephesians 2. Ephesians 2:19. It's in the KJV. It says, now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of the Most High. Right. We came into this truth now. Now we know we're a part of. We know our power again. Yahweh, our Lord, Yahushua. We know we got a kingdom coming. We got promises that and covenants that was given to us. We know that now. But this the point. This is the point. In verse 19, it says, now ye know you Israelites now. But how did it start? Verse 20. And how man, I'm gonna read it. I'm getting excited. I'm gonna read it through. Ephesians 2:19. Now therefore you are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of the Most High, and are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets. Yahushua Mashiach himself being the chief cornerstone, man. We have been brought into the building. They talk about a third temple being built in Israel, physical. We have been called to be a stone laid in a temple, man. To be a part of, man, the body of Yahushua, man. It says, and are built upon a foundation of the apostles and prophets. So look, you know what the Most High said, it just said it right here, the house of the Most High, those who know the Israelites. It says the foundation of it is the apostles and prophets. The ones Yahushua go come save. It started with who? The apostles and prophets. We reading it, it says the foundation is the apostles and prophets, man. It says, and Yahushua Mashiach himself being a chief cornerstone, in whom all the building fitly framed together groweth unto a holy temple in the Lord. A holy temple in the Lord, the elect, man. The elect. You see? The body of Yahushua. But who did it start with? And usually a foundation is what keeps up grounded, right? The apostles. And as our belief goes, whether people out there believe it or not, this is our belief. Like Apostle Gabal says, this thing of ours, man. We believe it's the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, man. You know, the elders, the bishops in Connecticut, you see, so on and so forth. Men who labored, man, who came up the right way. They came up through the Elijah being sent and turning the hearts to the fathers, you see, and children to the fathers, vice versa, you know, and fathers to the children. They came up that exact way through El Daba Bivens being raised up, you see, then the fathers being King Masha, High Priest Ariel, Elder Yaiquab. They came up the right way, man. Whew, come on, man. They came, and we following those men. You see, and not just the, big up, the apostles and elders and bishops like that, because they don't care for it, but it's just being honest. Come on, man. We was talking about this last night. Shit, the brother Benaya, if you're still on the comment board. Um uh that I said in Job 9:24, it says, if it ain't the wicked, then who are they? If these not the men that Yahweh Bashim Shai set up, then where and who are they? Let's listen to their message and see if it line up with the Bible. And let's look at their works. You see? Come on, man. We gotta be a part. We gotta be, come on, man, Lord willing, like, hey, this gotta be it though. This gotta be it. You know? We gotta be around them men, man. And Lord willing, we are that ourselves. But let's finish this in Ephesians 2. Ephesians 2:21, it says, in whom, nope, let's start at 20, and are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Yahweh Shai himself being the chief cornerstone, in whom all the building fitly framed together groweth unto a holy temple in the Lord, in whom ye also are builded together for a habitation of the Most High through the Spirit, man. This is what we've been called to. This is a great call, and people just can't be a part of this one. The Lord got a call men to be a part of this, man. And now our job is to, as Peter said, give diligence to make our calling and election show. And that's what it's going to Ephesians. I'm about to wind it down, because now that we in here, it's work to do, man. It's work to do. We preparing Yahweh Shai bride for him at his coming. I'm gonna end it off on that Corinthians again with Apostle Paul. But let's go back to Ephesians 4 and 14. Right? Ephesians 4:14 NLT, it says, then we will no longer be immature like children. We won't be tossed and blown about by every wind of new teaching. Hey, Bishop Nate got another breakdown. You see? But that's the point of who? As we read earlier, the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, the pastors, the teachers, their responsibility is to equip the Most High's people to do his work and to build up the church. So seeing how the apostles and elders constantly push out prophecy, they get mad because they talk about the MOTB so much. Right, that's the point. So when other doctrines come, we don't be swayed because we know what it is. Come on, man. People get mad at diligence. Like what? Like what? Come on, man. But it says, we will not be influenced when people try to trick us with lies so clever they sound like the truth. Come on, man. IUIC being tricked with what Bishop Nate saying. One body in Howard Shai being tricked with what Bishop Jessup saying. We've been put around men who tell us what it is, and not just that they just telling us. It lined up with what the scriptures say. And at the end of the day, it makes sense. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get one real quick. This is because in Thessalonians it says that we believe that the Most High is speaking through these men. This is I think it's in Second Thessalonians. The brother probably know where it's at. It goes somehow. When we received the word of the truth, we received it not as the. Let me see. Okay, it's First Thessalonians. The water Yahweh. First Thessalonians, chapter 2 and verse 13. KJV. It says, "For this cause also thank we the Most High without ceasing, Because when ye received the word of the Most High, which ye have heard of us, that's another thing. People say, well, man wrote the Bible. Yeah, man did everything. Man did it. Man wrote other Bibles. Man came up with documentaries and TV shows that you believe too. So the Lord sent men down to do this work, to bring back, to speak this word, so the word could bring back his elect to him, man. But the point is, it says, when you received, let's start from the top. 1 Thessalonians 2:13, for this cause also thank we the Most High without ceasing, because when you received the word of the Most High, which ye have heard of us, heard of men, ye received it not as the word of men, but as it is in truth, the word of the Most High. And that's what we understand. We ain't just going off what these men say. We understand this. You received it not as the word of men, but as it is in truth, the word of the Most High. We understand, look, these men, the Most High sent them down to be the leaders of this time, the leaders of the nation, man. Because ultimately, if, we those prophets, we going to be the leaders of the next world to come, you know? But even within this is an order to it, right? And that was always throughout our history as Israelites, man. Did not Moses and Aaron get raised up, and then Joshua and Caleb was next, and then other prominent men came after. Even when Moses went to the mount, it was him, Joshua, Aaron, and the elders. Everybody ain't gold. You see, when Jethro told Moses, "Look, set up some men." Everybody ain't get called to be over others, you know. But we understand that the Most High is just speaking through these men, using these men on earth, man. That's it. Just as he did aforetime. But this the point, it says, which effectually worketh also in you that believe. Everybody ain't gonna believe that, you know? Everybody ain't gonna believe that. But let's finish this Ephesians 4, and I'll let y'all get out of here. This Ephesians 4 again in an NLT. It says, verse 15, instead we will speak the truth in love, growing in every way more and more like Yahushua. More and more like Yahushua. And look, man, as we've been in this thing, look, brothers grow, brothers change, we trim off certain unwanted things. Because you know what? As Paul said again, we keep mentioning that verse, we've been made to be that perfect bride for the Lord. More and more what he want, what he like. You see, all really at the end of the day, we've been made more and more as the spirit that we was from the beginning. Remember, it said in Hebrews 12, we started with that we being called to the general assembly, the church of the firstborn of just men made perfect. Why just man gotta be made perfect, right? You just, if we're that number, if we was called from the beginning, like it said in Ephesians, we are already justified at the end of the day. Say the same thing in Romans 8. That, we had the chosen in the beginning. Then it said how we had to be called, then justified, and we just waiting to be glorified. Lord willing, we're that number, those, Lord willing. But if spirits being called back to be put in your right estate anyway, your right order anyway, man. And right now, as we're in captivity, in this truth, getting built up, you see, we are being made perfect, being made more and more like Yahushua, man, as it say. So it says, instead, we will speak the truth in love, growing in every way more and more like Yahushua, who is the head of the body, the church. He makes the whole body, I'm going to end it with this one. He makes the whole body fit together perfectly, as each part does its own special work. Everybody, if you hear, you hear for a reason. Everybody got a talent. It ain't got to be the same talent. One brother may know a lot of history. The next brother might not. But he may have a lot of charity, though. You see? So it varies, It varies. Brothers, gotta pray on it, man. If a brother may not know, you could have brothers who got multiple different talents. The point is, Yahushua wants us to use them, because if not, he can take that and give it to somebody who want to use it, man, who want to use it. That's why we here. This not a regular movement or organization. This not some other world. We have been called to be a part, man, of the church of the firstborn, man. Come on, man. So it says, Ephesians 4:15 NLT, he makes the whole body fit together perfectly as each part does its own special work. And like we mentioned earlier, because what sparked my spirit to do this was conversation me and the elder bro Yadaka had last night. You know, when we walked in, he was like, man, how you good? I was like, man, I'm good, man. I'm vibing. You know, and he was like, you good? He was like, you good? You know, cause bro's been chilling and sipping. Are you good? Cause you know, y'all brothers been still doing the work, something to that effect. You know, he asked me, well, y'all just been chilling or y'all been doing the work too? And I was like, nah, we just finished doing the lesson. Yeah, bro's been doing the work. But the point is, I love that question though. You know why? Cause it shows what is it all about? What is this all about? And I thought of Ephesians, you know, and you know, that's what sparked my spirit from what man was talking about. For him to even throw in, or have you been doing the work? Because that's what it's about. We ain't been called here just to kick it, man. You see? That's go be in it. We kick it, brother, baby. But what's the main focus? Again, I'm sure Yahushua had fun with his disciples at times. I'm sure they got nice at times. Laughed, told jokes, right? You see? But they ain't had to be written for us, man. What was written was the edification portion of the relationship. Just like we put on film, the edification portion. We don't have to put like the other camps put out there, man. It's all about building up, preparing your Hawashai bride. That's why we here. Come on, man. So it says he makes the whole body fit together perfectly as each part does its own special work. It helps the other parts grow, right? We here to help not just ourselves, but other parts grow. It says it helps the other parts grow so that the whole body is healthy and growing and full of love, man. And I want to end it on that Corinthians again with Apostle Paul, real quick, because it's the same mindset. The 2 Corinthians 11:2, straight to the point. It's like wrong page. 2 Corinthians 11:2. It says, "For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy, for I have espoused you to one husband." We've been joined to Yahushua. You see, everybody ain't given this opportunity, and a lot of people not gonna get this opportunity. Man, it says, "For I have espoused you." So look, what is Paul's mindset right here? He telling the brothers, look, for the love he had for them, he wanted to make sure they was right and ready for when Yahushua came, and they was prepared for the Lord, man. You see, a bride to be accepted. So that should be our mindset as teachers, you know, leaders. You see, so on and so forth. Or the list that he gave: apostles, prophets, evangelists, teachers, so on and so forth. That seeing we call to this thing, that ain't it. That's not it. You see? Yeah, we building up ourselves. We're working out our own salvation with fear and trembling. What? Hey, Paul even said that not for himself, but also all those who love his coming. He want to see brothers get crowned too, man. We should want to see brothers get crowned too. So we all in this together at the end of the day, man. But each man got to fight his own fight, and Lord willing, we'll meet up in the chariot and we can hug and all that. It's just gonna be on, right? You see? Then it's gonna be all about the chilling then. But right now, it's work to be put in to make sure ourselves is ready for the coming of the Lord, and Lord willing, He find us accepted, and also the men we around and people we teaching that they prepared and ready, man. So this is way bigger than just us. Again, we bringing help, taking part in bringing back the elect to Yahushua, and through the elect coming back, the whole nation of Israel will be right. And after that, the whole world gonna benefit from the men who pushing this word right now. Think about that. The whole world will benefit. Of course, Yahushua, but he did his portion. He did his portion. That's why he in the heavens. He did his portion. Right now, the prophets are here to push out this word. So Yahushua, and then the elect could be sealed, Yahushua, then he can come back, man. And it start with him first and foremost. But we have man, this is a serious thing we're a part of. This not no anything, man. But it says 2 Corinthians 11:2, for I am jealous over you with godly jealousy, for I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Mashiach, man. You see? Come on, man. But I'm gonna end it right there. You know, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. The water to y'all Akim Aqua for tuning in. You know, but again, man, we've been called to something important, and the water Yahweh Bashim Yahweh for. And again, this, although it felt like we at the end, you know, well, we know we're at the end of the world, but I'm talking about as far as the awakening. We may think what a great awakening been happened, right? The apostles been out there, you know, even they teachers before them. But the thing is, yeah, the great awakening been happening, but it's really just about to kick off. Think about that. The Lord just setting foundation right now, so multitudes could come in at once. Again, miracles haven't even happened yet. And then in the book of Acts, which all of the scriptures of a miracle happening, you know, people believe, but mainly in the book of Acts is what I'm talking about. The apostles and disciples was doing miracles just in Judea or, you know, Samaria, or you see, in Jerusalem, without the internet, without people sharing stuff and liking stuff. But 5,000, 3,000 to believe in one day. The point is, when we start to do those miracles, and we're in the age of things going viral, numbers, views, and especially the time people go be looking for help, looking for answers, how many, and the internet is worldwide, how many people you think gonna come in one day? If things back then 5,000 in one day without the internet, how much more now in the age of things going viral? So the Lord is setting the foundation of his church right now. That's what he's doing. He's setting the foundation of the church. You know, that's why he got, you know, apostles traveling, you know, to make sure individual churches in different cities straight, you know. So a whole when these things take off, multitudes will be coming. You know, you might have brothers out there, it's just three of y'all. Like I think of my, you know, brothers in Rochester, right? You know, Big Bro Maral, Karatazar, and Gabar. Just three of them brothers. Man, look, them brothers start healing. Psh, come on. You see, but the point is we're in those times. We're in those times, man. The Lord is setting the foundation of his church, like I said, the apostles and prophets. So once these things happen, because in Revelation 7 it says once the 144,000 seal, all hell go break loose pretty much. You can let them four winds go. Because after that, multitudes go come in, man. Just from believing, just from being scared and want to turn to the Lord. And whoever he had mercy on, so be it. You know, but we've been called to this thing. Like Yahweh said, blessed are they who have not seen and yet believe, even before miracles. The Lord is preparing us right now to prepare others, man. You see, but look, I'm going to leave it right there. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to Joachim out there, the 144,000, who pushing his word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believing on the gospel. Keep fighting and keep pushing, and we almost out of here. And with that, shalom.